Welcome to Econ with Wes. This video is going to be about the concept of opportunity cost. Let's go back and remind ourselves of the basic economic problem. The basic economic problem occurs because consumers, firms, and governments, they have unlimited wants. However, unfortunately, the resources, the factors of production, land, labor, capital, and enterprise, which are used to produce products that consumers, firms, and governments want, are limited. And because of this, consumers, firms, and governments have to make economic choices or an economic decision. Now, with every economic choice that is made, there is an opportunity cost associated with it. So let's have a look at the concept of opportunity cost in more detail. Okay, so let's begin by looking at the definition. So opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative that is given up when a choice is made. Okay, and when we mean value, we sort of mean the benefits of the next best alternative. So let's look at an example. Okay, let's just imagine that you have been given £10 or you have £10 and you've been asked what you would like to do with that £10, and you've come up with two things that you would most like to do. Okay, and the first thing you would like to do is you would like to go to the cinema with a friend. Okay, and the second thing, and the cinema ticket will cost £10. The second thing you would like to do is to buy an economics textbook, and the textbook also costs £10, or the price of the textbook is also £10. So let's think about this. Both of these options have benefits. You know, if you go to the cinema with a friend, it's really good. It's a form of relaxation, switching off from the demands of life, basically. You get to spend some time with a friend. You know, that's really good for your well-being. So there are loads of benefits of going to the cinema with a friend. Alternatively, you could buy the textbook, the economics textbook, and that also has benefits. If you buy the textbook and read the textbook, then your understanding of economics is going to develop. You're going to feel more confident in the subject of economics. You're going to do better in assessments. You're going to get a really good final grade, hopefully a 9. You'll go on to study economics at university potentially, and your knowledge of economics will be stronger as a result. So both of these options have benefits. Okay, so you've got £10 and you've got to make an economic choice because of the basic economic problem. So let's just say that you decide to buy the cinema ticket. Okay, so therefore, if you spend £10 on the cinema ticket, you can't spend that same £10 on an economics textbook. So basically, the opportunity cost of going to the cinema is the benefits you have now lost, the benefits that are now foregone because you are not buying the economics textbook. Okay, so that was an example looking at it from the perspective of a consumer, but it also works with firms and governments as well. So let's just say we have a firm and they're trying to decide whether to produce cars or motorbikes. Okay, now they'll both have their benefits. So if the firm decides to go ahead and produce cars, the opportunity cost of producing cars is the benefits the firm would have received had they have made motorbikes instead. So it's the benefits foregone by not choosing to make motorbikes. And the same for the government. If the government decides to spend £1 billion on new hospitals, instead of spending that same £1 billion on new schools, the opportunity cost of doing so is that, you know, they both have their benefits. The benefits of hospitals is good for healthcare. It means more patients can be seen and they can have operations sooner. It means there would be a reduction in the waiting times for operations, etc., etc. But spending £1 billion on new schools will also have its benefits, that the standard of education would improve, that school children would be leaving schools with good qualifications and a higher set of skills, etc., etc. So they are going to be more employable. And that's going to be good for the economy if firms can employ people with a high skill set. So that £1 billion, if it was spent on hospitals or new schools, they would both have the benefits. They would both have their benefits. So if the government decides to spend the £1 billion on new hospitals, they will miss out on the benefits they would have received had they have spent the £1 billion on new schools instead. Now, the concept of opportunity cost also works with time. So let's just think about the cinema. So let's say you've got a choice to go to the cinema, and let's just say that takes 3 hours. By the time you get there, you watch the film and you get back home. Or you could have spent the same 3 hours revising economics at home. Now, again, they both have their benefits, okay? So if you decide to go to the cinema instead of revising economics, then you have spent 3 hours at the cinema. So the opportunity cost of spending 3 hours at the cinema is the benefits you would have received had you have revised economics instead. I hope you found the video on opportunity costs, on the concept of opportunity costs, useful and interesting. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and thank you very much for watching.